Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson for you today. If you want to wake up, you want to get involved, this is what you need to get in this lesson. I got you. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in, I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is foolish. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye, be true. Right thinkers, I want all my right thinkers, the goal for my right thinkers, for me, for my right thinkers, is for you all to have your own spiritual transformation. That's called going from ignorance to enlightenment spiritually. Let's talk about it. That's my lesson today. Hope you get across. Hope you get this one. This is important for your own transformation. Let's become transformed, spiritual. Spiritual enlightenment is when you become conscious of who you are, aka know thyself. If you're not conscious of who you are right now, if you're not spiritually conscious of who you are, you need to tune in and pay attention. I can help you. That's what I do for you. Get you spiritually transformed to become conscious of who you are. I know who I am. I'm just trying to help anybody who wants to know to do what I do, and they can know themselves too. Spiritual transformation, okay, is when you going from being spiritually ignorant, and that's nothing wrong with that. That's the goal. You start out spiritually ignorant. When I get done, you're going to be spiritually enlightened. That's the transformation. We call it spiritual alchemy. I can transform an ignorant person to an enlightened person. Lead, unenlightened, gold, enlightened. Same concept, same philosophy. That's what I can do for you. In order to become spiritually enlightened with self-knowledge, you have to put the work into what? Know yourself, study, learn, practice, and that's how it's done. They got other ways. I don't know about them. This is the way I know. Why? This is the route I took. I only know what I know. Again, that's what I teach. Only what I know. When you become a spiritually enlightened being, that means you have obtained the highest level of self-knowledge. You have knowledge of yourself. You know you and God are one. Through daily meditation, practice righteous living, self-service, you and God will become real tight. I'm with me and God like that. I can talk to God, and I do every day. I remember 15 years ago, that was taboo. But hell, ancient time, everybody talked to God. Now it's a problem. I said for a while, oh, God ain't talking to nobody for a while now. Okay, what happened? He stopped talking? No, we just stopped listening. We got deaf. All right? Ego. Self. Ego people who have no self, no spiritual knowledge, they got all ego. They have one fear, death. They scared to death of dying. That's the sign of an ignorant, egoistic person. Why? They think this is it. It's all about them. When they die, it's all over. That's ignorant. That is how it's done. Okay? But ignorant people fear death. Why? Because they're spiritually ignorant. They don't know God. They don't know that they're God. They don't know that they're spiritual beings having human experience. They caught up in the human experience. A lot of us are. It's okay. That's why they got people like myself to help you out that. They call it the matrix, whatever you want to call it. My goal is to get you to know you. You can call it whatever you want. All right? And when you're spiritually ignorant, that means you have no God knowledge. And that's your biggest fear is what? Death. Why? You don't know God. You think you're human when humans die. So that mindset is being ignorant. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I want to change that mindset, first of all. Couldn't help them. Too late. Death only comes to who? Those spiritually ignorant people who don't know that they're spiritual beings and that the spirit don't die. That's being ignorant. Okay, and y'all go through life hemming and hawing and waste your time. Why? You coming back. You ain't learn nothing. Simple. You too busy doing you. And at the end, now they want to, oh God, they want, no, don't work that way. And if you think a deathbed confession going to get you into heaven, you are wrong. What it says here, enlightened people, no, straight, okay. Death only comes to those spiritual enlightened people. Why? They got no spiritual knowledge, so they die. Consciously, physically, and consciously, they die, called dying twice. The body dies. If your conscious is not connected to your spirit, this conscious dies too. That's the point. That's the concept. But if you still fear death, you're not spiritually enlightened. That's one of the things that becoming enlightened takes off the table. Death. Okay, we know that's the phrase of life. When it comes, I deal with it then. All that worrying about it, being scared of it, don't help you one bit. That's all. It don't help nobody. I have no fear of death. Oh, you don't get it? Don't get obnoxious and asinine. My point is because I know I'm a spiritual being, I know I'm God, I know I can't die. My body, yes. My conscience and spirit, that's the difference between you and me. You don't know, I know. It's a difference. One of us ain't playing right. There's two ways to do anything, the right way and the wrong way. And if you're ignorant, 9 times out of 10, you're going to choose the wrong way. Why? Because you don't know. At least the person who knows got a better chance of picking the right way. Right way? My way? Come on. I know the way. All right? And when death, I can tell you I know the way to God. You know why? When I got to God, about 15 years ago, my buddy, for over 50 years, my pastor, he was already there. And I keep making that point. Why? When I got to God, I was a stranger. I'm in a whole new place. And guess what? The best thing can happen to you when you go into a new place is what? See a familiar face. I saw my dude. I've been comfortable ever since. That was 15 years ago. That's why I go to church every week. I know this brother. Yeah, I know he know God. I'm with him. Why? He know a way to God. I know a way, but I'm checking out his way. Okay? That's what I'm doing now. I'm just hanging out with him, rolling with the flow. And I'm enjoying it. And when you have knowledge of self, a.k.a. God, you can fellowship with anybody. Me and my mother were talking yesterday. She said, you know what you got? You can go anywhere. I sure can. God can go anywhere. Ain't nowhere God can't go. And if you got God, you can go anywhere you want. Moving on, that's how I look at it. And when death comes to my body, okay, that's what will free what? My spirit, my soul, what? So I can go home. That's why I don't give a crap. I'm having fun here. I'm enjoying it. My health is good. Life is good. I'm good. When it's over, I'm not hung up on this. No, this is just temporary. I'm just going with the flow. When it's over, okay, it's over. Any friendships and relationships I've been involved with, when it's over, it's over. I don't pine. I don't miss. I don't have time for none of that. That's what I'm working on myself. Those are things, oh, you ain't do that. You know, I'm not emotionally tied to nobody or nothing. Understand that, okay? Oh, I'm different. I know that. I'm starting to realize, yeah, I'm a little, why could I think different? I act different. That's fine. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. Moving on, I do what I think is best for me. You got the same opportunity. So don't worry about what I'm doing or not doing. You should worry about what you're doing. I don't care about what somebody else is doing or not. I do what I do, and I do it for you. That's why. Moving on. And again, fear of death is for the ignorant. When my body dies, I'm free. Why? The spirit, good to go. Why? We locked in. I'm good. My ticket's been punched to the afterlife. Okay? I know there's some more for me. Do you? Get enlightenment, and you'll find out for yourself. That's all. With self-knowledge, there is no fear of death. It's a phase of life when you understand how it goes. Everything dies and regenerates. But the spirit don't die. It either reincarnate or goes on. I know where I'm going. All spiritual enlightened people know death is a phase of what? Life. Good, bad, death, birth. That's normal. It's nature. We ain't exempt. The question is, you have conscience, you have free will, you have opportunity to do what you need to do. Better yourself or continue to play this game in the material world we call hell and enjoy it. Some people like it. Moving on. Making it past death into what we call the afterlife, eternity, whatever, infinity, immortality. But eternal life is the goal for all right thinkers. All human beings didn't die with that, but right thinkers, we emphasize doing just that. What? For that purpose. There's a purpose we're here, having the human experience. To know thyself, I keep trying to tell you that. And again, life is a gift from God to us. That's only half of the life. Well, there's another one. If you live this one right, you get to the other one. If not, you stay here. You don't know about the other one. You ain't never gonna make it there till you get past here. That's the concept. And you have to deal, okay? Half the life, the deal, live right and what? Live on. The other side to that is, how you live your life here is your choice. Live wrong, and guess what? You will die and come back here again. Get woke, come conscious, live right, and when this is over, you're going to the next level. You can't go to college without going to high school. You can't go to what's the next level, PhD, without going to college. So it's a process. Same thing. Everything is a process. It don't change because life is the same process. Okay? You're born, you grow old, you die. Simple. What you do in between, you can write that yourself. Everybody got a book to write. Everybody got a story. My mother-in-law, she write the book. I tell her, you write a book, I'll be the first one to buy it. Why? I know your story. I love to see it in the book, whatever. So yeah, she tell me, born to win. I like that. So we talked about that. But when somebody want to help somebody, they do things that help other people. She just want to get the message out. She's blind. She want to help the blind. Okay? Understand how to be blind, how to live blind. You can't change it, but you can deal with it. And she's been doing a hell of a job. Okay? I got nothing but respect for her doing what she do. That's why we talk every day. Mostly 2-3 times a week, at least. All right. Remember where we at. Transformation from being ignorant of self to having knowledge of self. That's a good transformation. That's what you want to do. Why? It's going to help you in the long run. Your heart and your conscious mind needs to become one. That's God conscious. That's knowing thyself. That's the goal to what? The heart mind coherence. Make them work together as one. And that way you won't be thinking one thing and feeling something else. You'll be on one accord. Your thinking, your feelings should go as one. Spirit, heart, feeling, conscious, mind, thinking. You got to be able to think right, to do right, to be right. That's my philosophy. And I'm a spiritual alchemist. Why? I can help you transform from ignorance to knowledge. That's transformation. That's alchemy. Changing something that was nothing into something that's valuable. Without self-knowledge, you pretty much just existing. when you become enlightened, you become valuable. Now you're gold. Now you're precious. See the difference conceptually? Oh, I'm a spiritual philosopher. That way I try to change you spiritually with what? Philosophy. Put that together so it sounds good. All right. Right thinking philosophy, again, transformed me like a caterpillar, from a caterpillar, an ignorant person searching around trying to figure this thing out called life, into a beautiful butterfly, a person with self-knowledge, understanding who he is. I did that. I transformed myself so I can help you. Tell you what I did to transform. That's all that is. That's what teaching is all about. Helping somebody else do something that you've already done. You can't be a teacher without going to school. You can't be a minister without going to the monastery, cemetery, whatever y'all do, seminary, and learn, and master the art of what y'all teach preaches. Learn the book, understand the book. Simple as that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. All right thinkers, excuse me. Okay, here, the process, the transformation process is up to you. No one else. You got to do you. Anytime you hear self-improvement, self-awareness, self-enlightenment, that's all me. You got to put the work in to make it happen. What? For yourself. Self means just that. Self-transformation, spiritual transformation. Your spiritual self is turning to what? An enlightened spiritual being. You know who you are now. You're no longer ignorant. Not knowing who you are is not a good place to be or a good state of mind. Right thinking philosophy goal is to transform all right thinkers from ignorant to enlightenment of oneself. That's it. Thought out that way, it's not changing. I'm a one-way man. I do one thing, one way, and that ain't changing. Like Bruce Lee told you, I ain't afraid of a guy who got 100 different kicks. I'm afraid of a guy who got one kick that he do 100 times. Makes a lot of sense, okay? Philosophically, and that's what he was, a philosopher, martial artist. Put them together, Shaolin monks. They teach, they know how to defend and fight and think on the fly. Moving on. The goal for my right thinkers is to become what? Knowledge of self. Gain what? Self-knowledge. Ignorance is considered darkness, okay? Let me enlighten you. Cut the light of consciousness on so you will what? Know thyself. Become conscious of who you are. And when you realize that, the light going, ding, there you go, and the other light goes, sucker. I would rather have it ding than sucker. Get the concept? All right thinkers will be able to transform from ignorance to enlightenment on their own accord and their own time. You are the dictator of your change. Simple as that. The Kundalini serpent that's in everybody, it only activates when you live virtuous and righteous. Good people activate Kundalini, don't even know it. Good people live Mayat, don't even know it. Why? They don't study, they don't read, they just live. They ain't got time to know what the hell they're doing. They just doing it. My mother was all the time. I look back on my life, I wonder how did I do all that? That's reflection. That's retrospection, introspection. Looking at oneself and being shocked of what you achieved. If you go back over your life and you ain't impressed, you didn't live right. And guess what? You'll be doing it again. Conceptually, that's reincarnation. If you don't get it right, you'll be back. Don't fret, don't complain, no why. No, just enjoy it. That's what you want to do, enjoy it. Why? But you'll be back again. If you don't know who you are, I can transform you with what? Knowledge of self. So at least you would know that. I'm not teaching history. I'm teaching you self-knowledge. And there's no better knowledge. I got biblical knowledge. I got scholarly knowledge. I got street knowledge. I got all kinds of knowledge. But the best knowledge you can have is self-knowledge. And to have all those other knowledges and don't have self-knowledge, you waste your time. I do have self-knowledge. So everything other than that is gravy. Yeah, I just, that's over there. Awards and accolades, that don't mean jack. At the time of death, none of that means nothing. How'd you live? That makes all the difference in this world in order for you to go to the next world. If not, you're going to stay here. Moving on. This ain't the final stop. This is the stopover. Get past this one and next one is eternity. That ain't a bad deal. Moving on and wrap it up. Again, right thinkers, we all start out, even me, ignorant of ourselves. But the goal is to end up with what? Knowledge of self. That's transformation. That's change. Transformation means you're changing. A caterpillar has to transform to become a butterfly. If not, it's going to die a caterpillar. It never reached its potential. We all had the potential to become God. Knowledge of God, know God for ourselves. 9 billion people is 9 billion opportunities to become like God. Simple. And every individual, what I do for himself. I can teach it, I can profess it, but I'm living and I'm doing it. All I can do is help others. That's my goal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm doing what I'm telling you to do. I ain't telling you to do something I'm not doing. That's crazy. So I'm on that side. Wrapping it up again, I appreciate you tuning in. I was once ignorant with what? With practice of my Maya philosophy over a few years, I mastered, I got good. I'm an enlightened being now, an Akus. That's an enlightened being walking the earth as a giant, what? With self-knowledge. Enlightened being. I know who I am. So I'm not like y'all. Or the kid that say, y'all not like us. Those who are enlightened, we know who we are. Those who are not, y'all not like us. Simple. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go. It's about time to hit the gym. But right thinkers, in closing, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who start to what? Make their spiritual transformation to pass away. And when you transform, you don't pass away. That's the caveat. I'll be right back.